welcome to the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel. I'm Jared, and today we're taking a quick look at Floriferous Pocket Edition. Now, if you followed the channel, you know I've already done an unboxing for the regular version of the game, but I wanted to take a look at the Pocket version since that's the recent release and see how it looks. I know we're going to have some similar components, but probably just a lot smaller. So we're going to kind of break into this and see how it looks. I do notice that it's like probably half the size. But yeah, if you are unfamiliar with the game of Floriferous, it is, let's read the back. Your garden awaits. You spend the afternoon in your floriferous garden. Relax while enjoying this elegant game of picking, pairing, and arranging flowers. Find joy in the abundance of nature. But yeah, you can play 1 to 4 players. It's not a long game. And you have cards that are laid out in like a grid format. And during the game, you can move your pawn in turn order to select a card. And essentially, there's different ways to score those individual cards. But your collection will end up scoring you throughout the course of the game. And there's 5 rounds of 3 days. So essentially, you know, you're going through, and this rule book, I mean, it's basically the same looking design of the main rule book, but just a lot smaller. There is the solo mode involved in the game too, so you could bring this with you on, you know, like a small, and it's in a small box, travel size, if you will, to play on the go. But yeah, you can play it solo. You can do, let's see, you can download the full-size rule book, so there's a PDF online that you can get. And then there's a game setup overview, which is like the only large size card in the box, as we can see. So we've got a little punch out board here of stones, which are used in the game. You've got some wooden pieces in here, which are the pawns. So pawn color for each player. And for those who have color with distinguishing between colors, the pawns are of different shapes, so you can easily tell players apart from just the color. Let's look at these, which are, of course, your scoring tokens for some of the public goals that you try to achieve first. You got 3 of these, and even in the color, you can see there's a difference in the shape, or the pattern, I should say, of the flower. So very colorblind friendly. So those are the only tokens, and then the stones, and then the rest are made up of cards. So all in all, small box package, small cards to play. So let's open up some of these and see how it looks, and do we have any issues? Probably not. Well, let's take a look. Leave that one for last, but here you got the different kinds of cards. Some have icons on them. Otherwise, they kind of tell you the kind of flower that they are, which all gets shuffled up and dealt into a grid, like I said. So you can see some symbols there on, you know, representing the different flowers that you come across. All the artwork looks to be watercolor. Very nice artwork, nicely done. Then you've got some other cards that are like assortment, or what do they call these, like garden additions, like stone things and potted plants and stuff like that. So collections of things that you can earn and collect during the game as well. Let's see, here's one of the goal cards. Gather the most stones by the end of the game to earn the cup of tea and 2 points. So there you go, the cup of tea. And then lastly is this small deck of cards, which is going to give us probably more of those goals to play out. And first, we've got a scoring reference for each player. So the different sculpture, that's the word, sculpture cards. The singular cup of tea card, the bounty cards, when completed, score. And then, okay, you got every 2 stones is a point. The arrangement cards for completing a number of aspects, and then desire cards. I don't remember those. Yep, so you take a card, and then move your gardener, and then you place your flower tokens for any completed bounties. So little reference cards here for everybody to have, which is very useful. Here's the card icon description. It kind of gives you what the overview of the different icons mean, and even the color representations in terms of the shapes. So yeah, fully playable by everybody. Then we got some of these. So these must be the bounty cards. So you want to claim these first with your token to get the most points. And so you're looking for these icons as you build out your arrangement of flowers, which is nice. And then these we have, are these the desire cards? I don't recall. These also might be involved with the solo game. So set aside those. We have kind of this raven here. And this might be, let's see, I don't know how that applies. And, oops, we got some more. Okay, so different colors, different flowers, no matter the color, different insects. So different ways to score points, as you kind of collect these. And I think some of these are dealt at the beginning, 2 points per color, 3 points per specific icon. And yeah, just different ways to score the game. And yeah, all in all, it's a very cool, complete, collection of how this game's gonna play out. It is a lot of fun if you like the theme, if you like, like a short, quick game that you can play with, a number of people, up to 4, and, collecting things, matching stuff, set collection. I do think the mechanism of the turn order reminds me of how King Domino does it, where you choose from like one of the tiles in a certain position, and then the position that you've placed your pawn in then becomes part of the turn order for the next round. So I do like that it uses some of those kind of familiar rule sets for turn order. Now this copy also came with the mini expansion Early Spring. So we're going to take a quick look at what cards are included in this. And I have to carefully take the tape off here and find the safest way to open. There we go. All right. So a little advertisement there for some of their other games. And then the Early Spring expansion, you got your instructions, game setup. You get a set of 3 Early Spring cards that match your color. Once per day and at the start of the turn before moving, you can discard one of your Early Spring cards to use the card's action. So this is a little bit of an overview on the kinds of actions that you find in your set of 3 given to you. So 1, 2, 3. So this one here, April Showers. A gentle rain lets you switch a card in the column you are about to enter with any other card in the same column, including a desire card. The next one here is You Are My Sunshine. Follow the sun and switch a card in the next column with any card in the same row. And A Gentle Breeze. A gust of wind lets you look at a face-down card in the next column. So these are all, seem to be one-time use. There's some clarifications there on the card setup bit here. But yeah, it's another little way to sort of get around some of the turn order and some of the randomness of the cards that come out. But yeah, it's a nice little quick addition to add into your game. 3 cards for each player to use. But that is a overview of, or at least an unboxing, of everything in the Pocket Edition. And I don't think this is going to fit back in here if I were to sleeve these cards. So if you're a card sleever, you might end up getting a different box if you wanted to make sure that it all fit. But I do like how concisely packed everything is, and it will, kind of get right back in there, ready to play. So take it with you, go on a travel, go travel on a trip. You know how I mean. So this has been an unboxing of Floriferous. I'm tripping all over myself today. By Pencil First Games, the Pocket Edition. Thank you guys so much for watching this unboxing, and stay tuned for more unboxings, including a couple more Pencil First games that they have sent me to take a look at. So we're going to look at those next, but stay tuned in the next video. Until then, I've been Jared. See you later.